Hello and welcome back to Fallout 4. My name's Lumin and right now we stand before the Jewel of the Commonwealth, Diamond City. And when we last left off, we had tunnel visioned our way down here past the Jalbert Brothers disposal grounds, the Rocky Narrows Park, Grey Garden, the Oberlin Station down the tracks here. We followed the highway to Hardware Town. Got, well, ambushed there. It didn't really work out for them. I don't know why it says cleared because I left a lot of stuff in there. I guess I cleared it of raiders? But I want to go back and loot the rest that I missed. And now, well, here we are. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. I know very little about Diamond City. I don't think I've even really seen screenshots of it. I might have seen it in the trailers and stuff, but I didn't know what I was looking at the time. So this is all going to be new to me. You can see I've got my black suit on. I've got a formal hat on. My black rimmed glasses. I'm ready for some people time. Now, before I head on in there, wherever there is. It's not here, is it?
Diamond City is the place to live, I tell you. You made the right choice coming here.
Good. Everyone keeps telling me that. But before I make my way in, I just want to mention that I'm recording ahead a little bit because of the festive season and everything that we have going on around here with family and stuff. So I'm not going to be able to take all your comments into consideration and your hints and your tips and everything else that you leave below the videos. But that's just for an episode or two. And it won't be like that going forward.
Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Lucky you're near the Great Green Jewel.
Very lucky indeed.
What do you mean you can't open the gate? Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter. Boo.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh. You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out.
What's happening, Lady Girl?
You want into Diamond City, right?
I do? Who are you?
What? Who are you?
Shh. Play along. What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. No need to make it personal, Piper. Give me a minute.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
She's quite convincing. Resourceful lady. I like it. Tell me about Diamond City.
This place, Diamond City. What is it?
Oh, the Green Jewel? She's a sight. Everyone who's anyone in the Commonwealth is from here, settled here, got kicked out of here. A big wall, some power, working plumbing, schools, and some security goons are what make Diamond City the big monster it is. Oh, love it or hate it. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Let's go.
Her hat says press on it. She's got a nice voice. A really nice voice. And the body language, it's great. It's unlike any character we've seen thus far. I'm a big fan.
Back inside. I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You devious, rabble-rousing slanderer. The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer
Ooh, that a
scrapped for
statement,
parts.
Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we
They
have
both
a
look at
newcomer?
me.
You support the news? Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
I have no idea what you're even on about right now. What newspaper?
What newspaper are you talking about?
Mine. Public Occurrences. And we're the hard look at the truth. So are you with us or not?
Whoa, man. That's intense. Okay, fine. I support the news.
Always believed in freedom of the press.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, miss. No. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money, settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
Muckraker. Tell me about Muckraker. So you two are arguing.
What are you two arguing about anyway?
What do you think? Print lies and everybody's happy, but if you print the truth...
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
Now things get interesting. So I'm looking for something. I'm actually looking for a missing person. Let me ask about Diamond City first. If I can do that, that would be better.
What is this place anyway?
Why, this is the safest place in all the Commonwealth, with the strongest community and highest standards of living available. We have stores, doctors, schools, power, running water, and the wall as our sacred protector. You'll learn more about the wall soon, I'm sure. But I was talking about you. Come on now, what brought you all the way out here?
This guy sounds like a real slime bag. I don't like him. I don't know. I don't know anything about him yet, but just the way he is, it irritates me a little bit. Now, why was there such a focus on the wall? You'll learn more about the wall soon. I guess I'll see the wall when I go in. There's no reason not to be honest, right?
I'm
Feel
trying to
free
find
to speak
someone.
your... Trying to find someone? Who?
Missing person.
Who would I talk to about finding a missing person?
Well, whatever you do, don't bother going to Diamond City Security for help.
Don't listen to her. Well, I'm afraid that our security team can't follow every case that comes through. I'm confident that you can find help here. Diamond City has every conceivable service known to man. One of our great citizens can surely find the time to help you.
Oh, okay. So I've got my full charisma outfit on. I guess I can click this. Who can help?
A mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
Well, there is one private citizen, Nick Valentine, a detective of sorts who specializes in tracking people down, usually for debts or whatnot. Now, I have to get going. I'm sorry, Diamond City Security doesn't have time to help, but I'm sure Mr. Valentine charges a reasonable fee.
This is ridiculous. I want the truth, McDonough. What's the real reason security always shrivels away when talk of missing persons
I've
comes
had
up?
enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. I'm impressed. Not everyone can claw information out of McDonough's tight-fisted hands. Why don't you stop by my office after you see Valentine? I think I just found my next story.
I like her. Sassy lady. Now where's Sullivan?
Head on inside.
No.
So, you're that traitor Piper was talking about. Something tells me she's pulled the wool over my eyes again. Am I right?
You're right. You're right. He looks like a Danny Sullivan. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to lie, officer. It all just happened so fast.
You're not the first one Piper pulled into a heap of trouble they weren't ready for. Thanks for being honest. If it were up to me, we would have just let the both of you in. But the mayor's calling the shots, and, well, you saw how mad he is. Anyway, welcome to Diamond City and all that. I gotta get back to work.
It's interesting that she actually brought up the whole missing persons thing. So, what? Little Sean going missing? That was not the first time something like that happens around these parts. So I just get to go in now? This is it? This is it? Oh, why do you have to show me that on the loading screen right now? Way to kill the mood. Tuh. Well, at least there's talk of legendary items and stuff. So we gotta see Nick Valentine immediately. I'm assuming that is actually now our main questline's next step. But I wanna see Piper again. For sure. Oh man. Oh man. This looks great. So wait, where's the wall? This is built in a big stadium? As far as I can tell? Huh.
Hey,
Okay.
Joe. How are the paper sales?
Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper?
Pretty sure something was always wrong.
Hey, sweetie.
Read paper to newcomers. The Institute grabs you in the night. At least we warned you.
The Institute.
The Institute?
You ain't heard of the Institute, lady? They snatch people up in the night and no one hears from them again. It's all in the paper. Better read up before they grab you, too.
Okay, who's missing?
Who's gone missing?
Drifters, residents, stadium seat snobs. Seems every year or so, someone's gone, and we all know why. So you better be careful, newcomer. The Institute is out there, and they'll grab you too. Like I said, it's all in the paper.
Okay, so I believe you. Can you give me the paper?
I believe you. Thanks.
You're a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, lady.
The Synthetic Truth. Okay, that sounds like an interesting read. Now, I actually forgot that I wanted to spend my points. I just don't know what I actually want the next gun nut rank, but I've been told that I really need to get more intelligence at some point so that I can get more experience, because it's better getting it early on so that you actually have levels to get. I just don't know. I mean, I can wait. I don't see myself doing much gun modification right here and now. So I could always get the intelligence now and gun nut after that. That's on 17. We're still a bit away from 17. I do want the next Lone Wanderer rank. I get that on 18. That's perfect. This one's also on 18. I want Ninja. Like, I definitely want that. That requires agility 7. I want another rank in Sniper at some point, man. There's too much. There's actually too much. So it feels a little weak getting 1 point in intelligence, but I think it might just help. So let's do it. Extra experience. You know, you might be doing quests and stuff here in town. So
Everyone who's anyone reads public occurrences.
nice. Can I buy one from you as well?
Hey, Nat.
Watch your back. The Institute could be right behind you.
She's a real little doomsayer, this one. Now, let's just look at the paper she gave me before we move on. What is it called? The Synthetic Truth. October 2287, the Synthetic Truth by Piper Wright. Public Occurrences, I see. Okay. Next. Noodles. what a way to start. We all eat them, we all love them, and Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the sealding tang? Is that what it says? Oh, scalding tang of each delicious mouthful. The ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night. Just after 5 p.m. I like how she included the time. Like, what? Okay. Enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed that our very own Mayor McDonough sidle up to a stool and engage in the very same ritual. Right hand extended, mouth opening, teeth chewing, yes, eating noodles. The shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago, so it must have seemed nearly 60 years ago on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat around this very same counter, but that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles. When the bar served not noodles, but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry. And that night, he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, if they'd not been forcibly removed, thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there's one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening. Respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne. What a name. Who recounted her story in Public Occurrences exclusive interview. Oh, I was there alright, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now, 22 years old or so. And just looking to have a good time. Man, I'm so bad at all this reading, and there's a lot of it. I was safe behind the wall, we all were. So, what was the harm? Let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day. He said he was from out west, somewhere. Didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile, and his laugh, and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth. And Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful. Until it wasn't. Eustace continued her account of that evening and the moment when things turned sinister, and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. We'd been drinking and carrying on. Must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face all in an instant. And then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. And I remember watching him, clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He shot Henry, the barman, right in the head. He didn't hesitate to show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if he was paying him for a drink. But his cheek never stopped twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, the synths maybe that we saw back at that cabin, the nameless cabin, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced that it could effortlessly infiltrate human society, unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City. The Institute had somehow evolved the androids into true synthetic humans. Synths. After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. Guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. It seemed like they killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy. And he lay there like a dead crazy man. Sure enough, God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and metal. This was one of them. Early synths, you see. And we realized, hold on, this was like 20 whatever years ago? Because then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now. Among us. It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on a killing spree. Some suggested he had been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test out his combat effectiveness. Still, others felt he had simply malfunctioned. A hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek. And he was never meant to kill anyone, but at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that all the humans of the Commonwealth had truly been infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, still are, a complete mystery. Using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute had in service today. Which brings us to noodles. Specifically, the noodles consumed by Mayor Dono last Wednesday night in the same spot that Mr. Carter the synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people after spending hours sharing an experience the people of the Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of human race. They were wrong. Are we? Of the human race. Man, I did okay. I read it all. There we go. And that's That's quite a story. So I really want to check out the noodle stand right now. I do. And it's interesting. So the synths, they come from the Institute. They, what, the big baddies? Right now? I don't know. I don't know anything about Diamond City or what's going on here.
Be prepared.
Or the Institute, or the synths, or anything else really. All Faith's Chapel. Yeah, whatever.
Selling papers is busy work, lady.
So there's no stealing in here.
I hear there's
Gotta
a
watch
bar
out.
in the old theater district that's for raiders only. The combat zone. I'd stay clear if I was you.
Yeah. Whatever. Oh, map updated. Explore the combat zone. Sick. Oh, there it is. Nice. I was about to say, I'm definitely not steering clear. Public occurrences. She's right here, but she specifically said I should first go to Nick Valentine.
Copy of the public. We expose the truth behind
Polly.
the Institute.
What's up?
Hey there.
Hey, Scabber. Got plenty of Brahmin meat on the hooks.
Brahmin meat.
Wait, what kind of meat is this?
You never heard of Brahmin? Big, dumb, got 4 legs and 2 heads. They're the only cattle around. Everything's fresh from the Codman family farms. Sometimes, we get weird stuff from the caravans, too.
What kind of weird stuff?
Weird stuff? Weirder than 2-headed cow meat?
Yeah, princess. Weirder than that. Mirelurk, bloatflies, rad stags. It's all protein, right? Ain't like you can be picky in the Commonwealth.
Okay, let's barter.
Let's see what you have.
Just pulled this lot from the freezer.
The ammo as well. I honestly don't want to buy anything here. It's not something I want to do. What's up here?
Anyone is one of those things. It's that secretary of his, her and her perfect hair.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor's secretary. Come on, Ma. I cut her hair myself, and I know human hair.
That's just it, Johnny. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. If you nicked McDonough with your razor, he'd bleed. Don't mean nothing.
Got too much dirt in that hair? Get it trimmed. You won't regret it.
Should we check this out? I'm actually, you know what? I'm kind of happy with my haircut. I'm not going to check it out
Newcomer,
right
huh?
now. What?
Talk to Abbott at the wall if you want a history lesson.
Abbott at the wall. See Abbott at the wall. That's actually a quest. They just give me quests
Read
like
that
that in
article?
passing.
And public occurrences? Damn sense could be anywhere.
So I hear they were just talking about the mayor being a synth. And that was kind of the implication. It was kind of what was being hinted at in the article that I read. What is this guy?
A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about a facial reconstructive services?
Oh.
Facial reconstruction? What's that?
It's Doc Crocker's specialty. If you're interested, talk to him about it. Just head through the door with our logo on it. Now, if you have an actual medical problem, speak up.
No, I don't. Cure me.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, doctor.
Tell me your symptoms.
Oh, never mind.
Actually, never mind, Doc.
Very well then.
I don't want to pay you for anything. Get out of my life, man. Get. So this is this it? Is this the noodle stand?
Latest hairstyles from the upper stands.
Pretty great. I like it.